Hello, everyone. Today we're going to demonstrate how to create a workable connector and how to write back a candidate once the connector is established. First, we go to Create Connector and input the name of our customer, which for this example is Wayne Industries. We then select a category, which is ATS, and choose a unique ID, and click on Next. After clicking Next, we aim to write back the candidate to our customer's ATS, which is workable in this case. So we choose workable here and create a link. Next, we input the credentials into this link. Upon opening the link, it will ask for the subdomain and a few other details. Let's now go to the workable instance. Here, we log into the account and select the subdomain, which is Wayne Industries. This information is then input into the magic link. We then click on the next steps. At this point, they are asking for an API key, which we'll create in Workable. It's simple. We navigate to the top right corner and go to Settings. Here we see a tab for integrations. We click on Apps, and upon scrolling down, we find the option to generate an API token. We click on this option, name this integration, set an expiry date, and then select the scopes of this particular integration. Next, we select all the available models and generate the token. We then copy this token, put it into the magic link, and click on Connect. Now, we see that the integration with workable ATS of Wayne Industries is created. We'll go back to Bindbee, go to Connectors, and see that the Wayne Industries connector has been established. Once we click on that, we can see that the data is syncing. Let's wait for some time and allow the data to sync. Once this is completed, we will be able to write back the candidate to the ATS. Now, we can see that the connector is synced and we have received all the data. Let's see how we can write back a candidate to Workable. We'll go to Bindbee's documentation, and in this, let's go to our ATS model. And here, let's go to Candidate. First of all, we need to create a job, or there should be a job in the ATS for which we can write back the candidate. So let's go to Workable and go to Jobs. We'll create a new demo job here. Let's name the job as CTO, and it is on site. We'll put the location as Bangalore and generate a description for it. Now that we have the description for the job, let's save and continue and publish the job. When we go to Jobs, we can see that the CTO position is live. Now, we'll go to our documentation, and first we'll fetch the jobs. We'll click on Get Jobs and test the API. I've already put in my bearer token here. I need to put in the connector token that we just created for Wayne Industries. So we'll go to Bindbee, and here we can find the connector token for Wayne Industries. I'll just copy it and put it here in my connector token, and I'll send the request. We have received all the open jobs. We will resync the connector from our connector screen so that Bindbee is able to fetch the new job that we just created for CTO. The connector is currently syncing. Let's wait for a moment. Now, as we can observe, the job has synced. We'll return to our documentation where we have already input the bearer token and the connector token for Wayne Industries. We'll proceed to send this request. As you can see, there is a new job for the CTO position that we just created, which is currently open. We'll select this job ID, which we want to use to write back the candidates. After selecting the job ID, we'll save it for future use. Now, let's proceed to write back the candidates. We'll navigate to the Create Candidate endpoint. We'll need to input the connector token here, which can be obtained from the Wayne Industries connector. We'll input the connector token, and for applications, we can use any random application ID. In addition, we'll need to input the email address of the candidate. So we'll input Bruce Wayne's details, A for job ID. We will put in the job ID that we copied from the previous step, and his last name. The remote user ID isn't necessary, so we'll send the request. As you can see, we have received a 200 OK response indicating that the candidate has been successfully created. Let's wait for a moment and then go to our Workable instance. In the candidate section, we can see that Bruce Wayne has applied for our CTO position in Bangalore. This is how we can write back candidates to Workable using Bindbee. Thank you.